I'm Joanna Paul, recapping the extraordinary events that are transpiring in the Middle East. About midday New Zealand time, war erupted in the skies over Iraq. Allied cruise missiles and warplanes bombed targets in Baghdad and Kuwait in what is being called Operation Desert Storm. US President George Bush said the objective was to knock out Iraq's nuclear and chemical capabilities.
Activity at that big airbase.
Tom, we have as yet not seen visual evidence of any of the very significant number of aircraft that were scrambled during the night returning to base. They could, of course, be using a broad approach behind the airbase, but in going far away into Kuwait and Iraq, the round trip could be quite lengthy. The military spokesman here, of course, not yet confirming any numbers, any patterns. We're still waiting for hard information on all of that. One interesting point, Mike, going into this week, military analysts were thinking that perhaps on the first day of this attack, should it take place, U.S. aircraft would suffer 7% losses on the first day. Now, what we've been hearing from Washington, of course, is that there are no significant counterstrikes or dogfights going on, Iraqi aircraft fighting back. If indeed the U.S. Air Force has come through this unscathed, it's a big surprise.
Yes, and I wouldn't read any significance in the fact that we have not seen any aircraft return. There are forward air bases. If air superiority has been achieved, it's possible that these planes have been rebased at forward positions if the Air Force is confident that those bases cannot be reached by missiles. And we were talking to civil defense personnel here earlier about the earlier air raid drills we had here. Apparently they were not drills. There was some concern about missiles coming in. Arthur, you talked to the man. What did he say?
That's right. Particularly on the second occasion, Mike, that we were hearing sirens here, and everybody was being ushered to the shelters. We found out that there had been a call from an official, one presumes either from the Saudi Defense Ministry or from U.S. military sources, saying